What's up, everybody? My name is Ryan Turford, and today is Monday, and you know what that means. Another Let's Play right here on youtube.com/Ryan Turford. We have new Let's Plays going up every single day, Monday through Friday now. 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Man, I gotta get used to this new throw. So, first of all, I'm making the announcement today that basically starting with today's Let's Play, I will actually be doing new videos every single day on this channel. And in fact, the start time for all these videos will actually be at 3 p.m. Eastern Time instead of noon Eastern Time. So it'll be a little bit later, but I'm giving you guys 2 new videos a week. Basically, I'm going to have a whole rundown on that on my Twitter page, so visit me at Ryan Turford on Twitter for more details later this afternoon about that. So we are playing a very, very interesting game. First of all, I'm actually playing a game on my PC, but today we're playing Cyberia. It's finally time. I've talked about Cyberia before. If you've ever listened to the Game Moose podcast, which is the podcast I co-host every single week with Drew McMillan. Again, you can find that on iTunes. Just search Game Moose, as well as www.talkmoose.com. Basically, we've talked about Cyberia before. It's a very, very, very goofy game. And we're going to jump in. I'm just going to name myself. Yes, this game is from like 1995 or 1996. It was a PS1 launch title, which is pretty crazy. Very, very, very early polygonal game. And yes, that's what the character models look like in this game. Look how bad that guy is. He's got some cool sunglasses. Of course, his sunglasses are very much like Google Glass. Also, if you can barely hear the audio, unfortunately, I can't make it too much louder, or else you won't be able to hear me. Plus, there's no subtitle option for this video game. Yes, this game is so old that they didn't include the option for subtitles in their goddamn cinematics. So we gotta listen to this, like, poorly animated polygonal guy. So basically, if you've never played Cyberia before, first of all, it's a third-person exploratory game where you'll explore this facility, and you also have these first-person rail shooting segments where essentially, like, it's almost like you're on a turret. It basically acts like a light gun game, except for the fact that the way the PC version of this game controls, you actually have to use the keyboard for everything, and you can't use your mouse. So this trusty mouse I have over here, right here, yeah, I'm going to put this to the side because I won't be using it for anything. It'll mostly be there for show, I guess. So basically the game is sort of explaining that basically this, like, Cyberia virus is being researched at this research facility. There are dudes in bed. It doesn't need to make sense, okay? It's a really, really cheesy game from the 90s. It's an interplay game, first of all. And in case you guys don't know interplay, all of their stuff is very hit and miss. And by hit and miss, I basically mean it's either pretty good or really, 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 really bad. Like Cyberia. So, again, Cyberia is a game that a lot of people played because it came as a demo disc in a lot of different magazines or with new computers. So that's how I got into it as well. In fact, it was on a similar demo, like it came with a demo disc package where I also got the demo disc for Full Throttle, which is a much, much better game, which we're actually getting a re-release of later this year on PS4 if you guys haven't played Full Throttle before. But Cyberia was one of those games that a lot of people with new computers would get a copy of. And even it wasn't like the full game, it was really just the first level that we're going to sort of go through here. But yeah, this game, man, holy jeez, this brings back so many memories, and you will probably actually see me die on purpose plenty of times, and the reason I say on purpose is because of the fact that it's just, some of the deaths are really, really, really funny. So first of all, as you can tell, I can only really move in the directions it gives me. So basically, we have to rotate him using the keys on the keyboard to point him in the direction he wants to go, and then we press up to have him go in whatever direction he happens to be pointing in. So Santos wants me to go to his office and take the door on the right, but of course, we want to go explore a bit, so we're not going to take the door on the right. We're going to go this way. So we're going to... Hey, look at this pail. I wonder what's in this pail. He's like, ah! My hand! Maybe we shouldn't try that again. Or... Ah, Jesus. It won't let us interact with it again. Hang on. I gotta do this again. I love this, by the way. We're gonna interact with it again. Oh my god, it melts his hand! Get used to that noise, by the way. It's going to happen a lot. So basically, first of all, that's the chapter select. Anytime you die, this game has like DVD chapters, essentially. So we can start from a bunch of different areas. So instead, we're going to go this way. We see a couple boxes. Nothing interesting over here. So let's rotate this way. And yes, that's not even me pressing those specific arrow buttons. It's me pressing the right arrow to cycle through the number of positions he can actually look. So we're actually going to go take the door on the left. Santo told us to take the door on the right, but we're actually going to go this way. So here's an elevator, but we got to interact with this panel in order to go anywhere. So we want to go to... we don't need to go to the lower dock, because it won't let us do that yet. We're going to go to the hangar. So we're going to go through this. This is an elevator. It's a really, really dumb looking elevator, but it's an elevator, all right. So we're going to go up to the hangar and see what's up in the hangar. Oh, shit! Boom! Oh, classic. By the way, that's almost every single enemy in the game. We're going to call him Bob. Bob just shot us in the face. The fact that he's just, like, standing there waiting at the elevator, like, somehow he knows we're coming up. So now, basically, I've run out of cool deaths I can show you guys. So we're actually going to go and start exploring the game. So we can cycle through. Do we want to go that way or that way? Jesus fucking Christ, this game.
Turn around nice and slow and disarm the weapon.
We could turn around, or we could do this. Boom! Wow. Cyberia. Alright, let's try that again.
This is Santos. Report to my office immediately. Take the door on the right and don't wander around.
Also, I believe that oil spill that's on the ground, I think there's actually a way of slipping on that as well. I don't remember how to trigger that, though. But it's really hilarious. Alright, so once again, we're going to go through here. We're going to find that lady. I was like, man, that lady's so beautiful. Back in 1994,
turn
anyways.
around nice and slow and disarm the weapon.
Alright, so this time we'll actually turn around by pressing the arrow buttons. Of course, the disarming happens on its own. And yes, that fucking cylinder is his weapon ammunition.
Is this how you greet all your new arrivals?
Somehow.
Only if they have a weapon.
Gia, quit screwing around and bring him to my office.
Oh, Jesus. She's in trouble.
I'll take you to see Santos.
Fucking Santos.
We're under attack. Come on, follow me.
Oh, jeez, we're under attack. So let's trust this stranger. By the way, I'm laughing at my ass off because look at the way he runs.
No, the right.
He's just so bad. He just runs like... And of course he just like mounts himself on the gun just in the like most bizarre way. Alright, so here we go. So here's our first turret sequence. Now we use the spacebar to shoot and we rotate using the D-pad, like the arrow buttons on our keyboard. And it's a lot of just sitting around. Now this part actually looks cool despite the fact that it controls incredibly horribly. Again, we can't manually doing things. Also, what the fuck is a magnetic mine other than a mine that's magnetically charged to us, I guess. Now we wait. Again, this section is basically 10 minutes of us waiting around for enemies just to show up on the screen. I'm going, Gia. By the way, the radar gives us is not incredibly accurate. Of course, it dropped off a magnetic mine. Yes, I'm trying to shoot it. Thank you. Now, this is actually one of the easier plane segment or shooting segments because actually we'll eventually get access to a jet that we'll have to do some crazy shooting sequence, which actually takes up about 2/3 of the game, and basically those plane sequences will basically control like this does, except you have to have like really precise shooting controls, and it never goes over well. It's really, really, really bad. This game was, I think, probably just as bad to control actually on the PS1 when it came out as well, because as I mentioned, it was a PS1 launch title, so there wasn't DualShock or anything like that. you just use the D-pad to control everything. Which, again, basically it controls just like this anyways. Just as buttery smooth as this does. Of course, we didn't even have time to look back up again to try and find where the fuck that thing was.
Fighters coming in.
That's a helicopter.
Watch it! Magnetic mine!
Oh, jeez. Of course, you know, they couldn't put any music into this section of the game or anything. No, of course not. It's just like bland, just like us just looking at the ocean. So in case you're wondering what our shield indicators are, they're basically, it's basically that green bar that's below all of our stuff anyways. That sort of recharges on its own. In case you're wondering, we're actually just playing on normal. Why? Because I don't really feel like playing on expert and tearing my hair out at these dumb sequences. It'll make it go a little bit quicker for us anyways. I mean, if we could aim with the mouse, actually, this would be a lot easier, but unfortunately, it's just like us just rotating with the most, like, awkwardly controlled fucking turret ever. And again, they have a million planes and they all look exactly the same, and we're just waiting for them all to come. Now, I wonder what Gia is doing over there. She's basically just barking orders at us. She's not actually doing anything.
That was amazing.
Okay, so there we go. Do we kiss her? Yeah, whatever, we'll kiss her. You have the choice, by the way, actually not to kiss her, which then actually triggers a completely different series of events from here. Because instead of kissing her, basically, you just go straight to his office, rather than doing anything.
Get him. Right.
Oh, jeez, he's so upset. We got tased.
No, he's still out. Search the hover.
So we're not actually dead.
Fine.
It's basically having,
you're
basically he just dragged us over into this
You're
room.
not going anywhere. Now maybe we can.
Oh, look at those handcuffs. They're basically made out of tape.
What are you doing? You're killing him.
Yeah, and I wanted you to see it.
You're sick.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, Jesus.
Stop it! Oh.
So they just kill each other somehow. Which then unlocks our cuffs. Basically unlocks our duct tape cuffs. And of course, we don't even care. He just doesn't even care that Gia basically sacrificed herself for us, essentially. Alright, so now we're in this room. We got all these crates. We're just walking around through this room with the crates. I just keep pressing up because I just assume when he gets to the end of the line of the crates, he'll be going to the right place. So we've got a door there. We can walk up to it, and then unfortunately it's locked. And that's the game's way of telling us it's locked. So let's go up this ladder. This very, very fancy ladder, but also is the tallest ladder ever by the looks of it. Jesus fucking Christ, this game, man. This brings back so many memories of playing the demo disc version of this game. The demo disc version of the game, again, is basically this entire section, plus where we're going to do here, which is the spaceport. So, if we walk straight, or just stand here too long, first of all, we get shot in the back by Bob. Bob, of course, teleports around the place like it's nobody's business. So, we're actually going to start from here on the chapter select screen, so we don't have to start all the way at the beginning and do that whole shooting sequence again. So, we could stand here. First of all, if we walk forward... Boom! Bob's over there instead of behind us. Wow. Alright, let's try this again. So, what we do instead is we actually have to sneak around the corner. So we gotta be all stealthy-like. Or that happens. We didn't move fast enough. Basically, if we take any actions besides the one we're supposed to, we're gonna get shot. So first of all, we gotta turn around. We actually have to lock the door behind us. Boom. So Bob can't telefrag us through that door. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to sneak around the corner.
Santos and G are dead. He's escaped.
And Bob's over here this time. Of course, he sees us. Oh, we were too early. Yeah, that's a problem. You shoot too early and you only get one shot, apparently. For some reason. By the way, we didn't actually pick up our weapons, so how do we still have ammunition? I don't know. Oh. Oh, Jesus. I accidentally pressed up there. Alright, so once again, we gotta lock the door. That's the first thing we gotta do. Next thing to do, we sneak around the corner here.
Santos and G are dead. He's escaped. Got it.
Now, once again, if we actually made the choice to not kiss Gio, we actually wouldn't go through this entire thing. Boom! We got him that time. We'd actually do things a lot differently in this section. And of course, we're doing our little run. That's the elevator that actually brings us to the hangar. We don't want to go down there yet. So, of course, we got the big fighter jet here. Boom! Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Oh, motherfucker. We actually didn't... We could have actually skipped over this part, but I accidentally clicked too quick. So we'll actually have to kill this guy again. I told you, I love the death sequence in this game. They're just so hilarious. But the fact that our hero is like the worst hero ever. He runs like this. He looks really dumb. He has dumb glasses. He basically looks like a Stretch Armstrong character. If there was a Stretch Armstrong game, he would be this guy. Okay, so once again, we're going to run over to the jet here. This is the whole reason we came to this facility, is to basically steal this jet from Santos. So we got to wait for that guy to walk by. Boom. We shot him too. Oh, he's just such a cold-blooded killer. He feels no remorse for these guys. So first of all, we could hop in the plane right away. And I'll show you what happens if we do. So we're going to hop in the plane and take off. And here's what happens. So the thing opens up and we're about to leave. By the way, that if you actually fail during the turret sequence, that video actually plays. So we're actually going to skip to this part again. So we don't have to fight that one guy that we just killed. So there's actually a bomb on the plane and we need to disarm it. Of course, I just walked by where the bomb was because the controls are really dumb for this game. Alright, so here's where the bomb is. We need to disarm it. So first of all, we need to... Okay, we gotta press, I think it's F1? Of course, none of these fucking things actually make any sense. So we did an infrared scan. Now we can do magnetic resonance imaging. Okay. So, basically this is telling us how the bomb works. Okay. So, first of all, we only have access to these three things. This is the on-off switch. So let's try that first. Nope. Alright, so we can't use the on-off switch right away. We have to... well, basically, first of all, have to retoggle that thing by doing the F2 button. Because then we can sort of see what each button does. First of all, the timer is basically barely readable. You probably can't read it on YouTube, but basically it gives us 5 minutes to determine how things actually work. By the way, I have no idea what an expansion spring actually does. I'm assuming it expands when you do things? I don't know, man. Alright, so let's try switching this. Alright, one more time. Alright, so we're going to reinitiate the magnetic resonance imaging. Yes, that's the term this game uses. So we sort of want to do the button that's on the left. I don't know why, because it's not actually labeled, but that's apparently what we want to do. And then I believe we flick the switch on the left, the expansion spring, and then the on-off switch. So if we do this... Oh, there you go. It's been disabled. So now we can happily pilot this plane and fly the fuck out of here. Hopefully. As long as I haven't fucked something up, which is a possibility in this game because I haven't played in it a long time. Since like 1998 or something. And there we go! We've escaped the facility with the plane. So now, of course, this would actually bring you to the end of the demo disc, if you actually had the demo disc. Of course, we're not playing the demo disc. You can actually play this game on Good Old Games as well, which is actually how we're playing it. So basically, we're going to sort of stop here. And sort of talk quickly about Cyberia. So first of all, I want to say thanks again for watching my video. If you like this video, like, subscribe, share with all your friends. I'd like to play some Cyberia more and show you some of the other really dumb things about this game. And if you want to see that, just let me know in the comments below. I'm always taking requests. Again, you can find me on Twitter at Ryan Turford. That's Turford. You can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Ryan Turford. You can also find me on... the Game Moose podcast at talkmoose.com, or just search iTunes for Game Moose Podcast. Anyways, that's going to do it for this Let's Play of Cyberia. So I want to say thanks again for watching. You've been watching a YouTube video right here on youtube.com/Ryan Turford.